Growing up in the church, I learned that faith is a verb. We show it in our action, in our deeds, in our service, and in hard times. When we may, yes, grow weary in doing good, but we must remember the plans the Lord has for us.
Kamala Harris has made history as the first woman, first black woman, and first South Asian Vice President of the United States, captivating the world with her groundbreaking journey. But beyond the headlines and political achievements, there are intriguing and lesser-known facets of her life that you might not have heard about. In this video, we'll uncover 10 surprising facts about Kamala Harris that go beyond her public persona, revealing more about her roots, interests, and unique path to leadership. The last one will blow your mind. Get ready to discover the stories that have shaped this trailblazing figure and gain a new perspective on the Vice President of the United States.
It is nice to see you, Kamala. It is nice to see you, Kamala. And I'm just here to remind you, you got this. Because you can do...
Kamala Harris's multicultural background is a fundamental part of her identity and story. Born on October 20th, 1964, in Oakland, California, she is the daughter of two immigrant parents who brought their distinct cultural heritages with them. Her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, came from India and was a dedicated breast cancer researcher who instilled in Kamala a deep appreciation for her Indian roots and values. Her father, Donald Harris, emigrated from Jamaica and was an economics professor who contributed significantly to her understanding of both her African American heritage and broader perspectives on racial and economic issues. This blend of Indian and Jamaican backgrounds gave Harris a unique upbringing enriched by a tapestry of traditions, stories, and experiences. Growing up, she was exposed to both the sounds of Indian classical music and the vibrancy of Jamaican culture, which contributed to her deeply ingrained sense of diversity and identity. This multicultural upbringing shaped her worldview and has been an asset in her political career, allowing her to connect with a wide range of people and communities in the U.S. and beyond. It reflects in her speeches, policies, and the way she navigates conversations about race, identity, and inclusion. Kamala Harris's first name, Kamala, holds a special meaning rooted in her mother's Indian heritage. The name Kamala translates to lotus in Sanskrit, which is a highly symbolic and significant flower in Indian culture and various Asian traditions. The lotus is known for its ability to rise from murky waters and bloom beautifully on the surface, symbolizing resilience, purity, and spiritual awakening. This meaning resonates with the values of perseverance and strength, reflecting Harris's journey and character. The choice of her name by her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, was intentional, paying homage to cultural roots and embodying the hope and resilience she wished for her daughter. Kamala Harris is well known for her love of Converse Chuck Taylor sneakers, an aspect of her style that has gained significant attention and become part of her public image. This choice is unique and relatable, setting her apart from the more conventional attire typically seen in political figures. Harris often opts for her Converse sneakers during campaign events, casual outings, and moments when she wants to project a down-to-earth persona. The sneakers have become a symbol of her approachable and practical nature, resonating with many people who appreciate a leader who feels authentic and relatable. Her preference for wearing them has sparked discussions and admiration, with many noting that it reflects her active and on-the-go lifestyle. The choice suggests comfort, confidence, and an element of surprise in a field where tradition often dictates fashion. Through this simple yet impactful fashion statement, Harris showcases a balance between professional poise and personal comfort. Kamala Harris has a deep appreciation for music that reflects her upbringing and personality. Growing up in a culturally diverse household, she was exposed to an array of musical influences that shaped her tastes over the years. Harris has mentioned that artists like Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, and John Coltrane hold a special place in her heart. This love for music is not just a passing interest. It is something she often weaves into her public persona. For instance, during campaign events and interviews, she has been known to discuss songs that resonate with her, and even create playlists that reflect her moods and motivations. Music for Harris is both a source of joy and inspiration, a way to celebrate her heritage, connect with people, and stay motivated during the rigorous demands of political life.
But not with the thyme, just the salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Mix that up also with some thyme. You could even do a little rosemary if you want. Under the skin with some butter before you're going to cook it.
Uh-huh.
So that butter will just melt in there. And then get a nice big bottle of cheap white wine to baste with butter. Yes, hi.
Okay.
Yes.
Kamala Harris has a strong passion for cooking, an interest that reflects her diverse cultural heritage and upbringing. Growing up in a household influenced by her Indian mother and Jamaican father, Harris was exposed to a variety of flavors and recipes that melded different traditions. This love for cooking has stayed with her throughout her life, and she often shares her culinary enthusiasm publicly. She enjoys preparing a range of dishes, from Indian classics like masala dosa to comfort foods that resonate with her American upbringing. Harris has spoken in interviews about how cooking allows her to unwind and connect with family and friends, emphasizing that the kitchen is a place where she can express love and creativity. Her interest in food adds a personal touch to her public image and demonstrates her appreciation for her roots and her connection to the simple joys of life.
Tuna in a can. We have so many cans of tuna because this is a pandemic and we love tuna salad sandwiches. Okay, take the top off. Drain. Drain the water.
Kamala Harris made history by becoming the first woman to serve as Vice President of the United States. Her election represented a significant breakthrough in a country that, for 244 years, had only seen men hold that office. This achievement was not only historic in terms of gender, but also marked progress toward greater representation in leadership. Harris's ascent to this role shattered a major barrier, opening doors for future generations of women to aspire to the highest offices in the nation. It also signified a cultural shift in the recognition of women as key leaders in U.S. governance and politics. Kamala Harris launched her presidential campaign for the 2020 election. Her campaign started with significant enthusiasm, marked by a well-attended rally in Oakland, California, where she showcased her vision for America and detailed her priorities such as criminal justice reform, health care, and economic equality. Initially, she was considered a strong contender due to her background as a senator, former attorney general, and a prominent figure within the Democratic Party. However, her campaign faced challenges, including internal disagreements, unclear positioning on key issues, and difficulty in maintaining momentum against other candidates with larger support bases. By December 2019, amid falling poll numbers and limited funding, Harris decided to end her presidential bid. Despite withdrawing, she remained a prominent voice within the party and ultimately endorsed Joe Biden, further solidifying her relationship with the eventual Democratic nominee. This endorsement paved the way for her selection as his running mate in August 2020, leading to her historic vice presidency. Kamala Harris and Barack Obama's friendship dates back to 2004 when they met at a fundraiser while Obama was running for the U.S. Senate. Harris, then San Francisco's district attorney, endorsed Obama during his 2008 presidential campaign, which helped solidify their professional connection and mutual support. Over the years, they maintained a warm relationship marked by shared political values and advocacy for diversity in leadership. Their relationship has evolved to a highly visible partnership, especially during significant campaign events. Both Barack and Michelle Obama have publicly expressed pride in Harris, recognizing her potential to carry on their legacy of diversity and inclusion within U.S. politics. Michelle Obama has referred to Harris affectionately as "my girl," underscoring a sense of personal camaraderie that complements their professional alliance. In recent years, the Obamas have continued to show strong support for Harris's career milestones, including her vice presidential inauguration and her recent presidential ambitions. Their endorsement has been pivotal as the Obamas remain influential figures within the Democratic Party, symbolizing a historic connection between the first black president and the first black woman vice president. Kamala Harris is not only a prominent political figure, but also a published author who has shared her insights and experiences through her writing. One of her notable works is her memoir, The Truths We Hold, in which she details her journey from her childhood and early influences to her career as a prosecutor, California Attorney General, U.S. Senator, and eventual Vice President. In this book, she provides a window into her motivations, values, and the principles that have guided her through various challenges and milestones in her life and career. In addition to her memoir, Harris has authored a children's book titled Superheroes Are Everywhere. This book reflects her belief that heroes don't just wear capes. They can be found in everyday life, inspiring young readers to recognize that they, too, can be heroes by showing kindness, standing up for what is right, and working hard. Through her writing, Harris reaches audiences of all ages, sharing stories that emphasize resilience, empowerment, and the importance of community. If Kamala Harris were elected President of the United States, it would represent a significant historical milestone in several ways. She would become the first woman to hold the office, a landmark achievement in the ongoing journey toward gender equality in U.S. politics. This victory would also make her the first Black and first South Asian president, reflecting the diversity of American society and marking a momentous step forward for representation within the country's highest office. Harris's election would stand as a continuation of progress within the American political landscape. Just as Barack Obama's presidency was a historic milestone for African Americans, Harris's election would resonate similarly for Black, Indian, and female communities. It would send a powerful message to the world about America's evolving inclusivity and serve as inspiration for young people from diverse backgrounds. Her presidency would likely emphasize social justice reforms, progressive policies on climate change, voting rights, and health care access, reflecting her background as a former prosecutor, senator, and vice president. This landmark achievement could inspire future generations and encourage greater diversity in political leadership, reshaping the perception of what American leadership looks like and paving the way for more women and people of color in high-level government positions. Thanks for tuning in and learning more about Kamala Harris. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let us know what you think about her journey and impact. And if you're new here, Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Any chance you are registered in Pennsylvania?
Nope, I am not.
Well, it was worth a shot.
And live